Okay, so this week has been a very productive week. I added so much stuff and I'm so excited because everything just works and it's so good. So the first thing I added was a menu system that, if I want to show you, it's actually pretty complex. Obviously I didn't learn how to do all this stuff. I mean, I learned how to do it all. Like, the main concepts for building the menu were all my ideas, but maybe I used some AI to actually learn how to do some stuff. Like, I didn't know about constructors before. This is my first constructor I've ever built, but the structs, those are my idea. Most of this is my programming. Yeah, so let me just show you the menu. I don't know how to explain things, apparently. I'm pretty tired right now. So if I go down here to this new menu, this is the menu that I built. It's really nice. I can go deeper. I can go full screen and not full screen. That's what this button is. I can go through the various test rooms. This is each one of the rooms in the game, so that's pretty cool. I can go through here, and I can play the game. So this menu looks really nice. Each layer has its own name. Like, deeper layer, that's this one's name. I can go back. I can go through menus. And the second thing that I added, it was another tutorial by the same guy who did the platformer tutorial, Peyton Burnham. Is I added a dialog system. This took forever. I mean, I kind of sort of understand how it works, but not entirely. But I kind of sort of understand. It doesn't even matter if I understand, because as long as I can add new text, I don't even care about how this even works. So yeah, all the game text is in here. Don't look at that too hard. Yeah. We got some sprites for the people. Look, this is the player, angry player, red person, red angry. Very cool. Now I'll show you some dialogue later because I haven't set up any right now, so I'll do that. And the second big thing that I added was fans. Ignore this fan. Fans are pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. You can get blown up by the fans, and it works with boxes, of course. Everything works with boxes. I love boxes. Boom. Look at me blowing in the air with the box. That's pretty cool. Look at that. By the way, it looks like this is a bug when the player hops off the box by accident, but that is actually a feature. I want to do that. Yeah, and another update to buttons. Buttons can now run functions. For example, changing the player's Y speed. Yeah, it's like a trampoline. This changes the player's Y speed. And the function buttons can also be activated by boxes. Would you look at that? I just gotta launch it once, and it only runs the function once per press. I made it so it does that, so that's pretty cool. I showed you this already. So yes, the biggest thing that I added was probably the menu. Fans, I really like the fans. The fans just work really well. I can like go underneath them. It works really well. I can get shoved underneath the box for some reason. I can hop on the box. And remember that one bug that I mentioned like 2 weeks ago, probably? Come on, let me really quickly run over here. There we go. This thing is still here. Let me just get the whole setup going. I need to activate this button. Boom. And then I can unscrew this last box that goes in the conveyor belt. And I fixed that weird bug where the player was sticking to the side of that. It doesn't do that anymore, so that's pretty cool. I fixed that weird little bug. Boxes on the conveyor belt. You know, life's good. It takes forever to jump over this box, by the way, I don't know. And it can go all the way to the end of the conveyor belt, and it works perfectly. And if you're wondering why my voice sounds like really tired, it's because I'm pretty tired right now. I have exams and stuff, but who needs exams when you have Gamemaker, right? Obviously. I need to show you the dialog system now. Give me a second. Okay, so I had this conversation pre-made. I just had it set up. So I made this really long, corny-ass conversation with punctuation and stuff. It's just some random bullshit that I don't even know why I wrote this. Look, there's options. I followed the tutorial. It's pretty cool. Let's go with I can't think for myself, because it's just like real life. You can't just leave the conversation. Like, this is stupid writing. I totally didn't make this. This is stupid. Okay. Yeah, we get it. We get it, yo. We get it. And there's more options. I can click the other options. If you want to pause the video to read all the dialogue, it sounds stupid, so I mean you can. Look at that. And I can skip through the text, by the way. Like I can let it type out in its entirety. So look, I don't have to skip it. It does that. What's the third option? This time is way more official. Yeah, look, that makes sense. Okay, this is stupid. Yeah, this is stupid as hell. Okay, good dialogue. I can go to the other rooms. I can restart this room if I wanted to. I can go to room 1-3, which is just like the same room but like really short, and there's no parallaxing for some reason. I don't know why. That's pretty cool. The room ends right there. Some other test rooms that were from really early in the game, like room 1, which is just boxes. I don't know if you remember this room. This is from a long time ago. Probably the first episode of the series. Maybe the first, I don't remember. I don't know if you guys have actually seen this room, so this box won't fall because it's inside of another box, so yeah, it doesn't even work anymore. But it's still pretty cool. This is when I first built the box unscrewing. I mean, I would unscrew this box, but it won't. I'm kind of just tripping over my words today because I'm still kind of tired. And I changed the amount of blocks that I have to infinity because no constraints apply to me. And also, you can't exit these rooms once you've gotten in them. I need to add a pause menu. That's on the agenda. But I mean, other than that, this game is starting to really come together. Also, currently, right now, these fans only work in one direction. Like, if I rotate them to the side, it'll still blow you upwards, so I need to do some math and figure out how to adjust where the fan's blowing depending on the rotation of the fan. So that's pretty cool. It's not gonna be cool, I have to figure that out. But like, this game looks really good. I can go on my trampoline again, the button that adds to your Y speed. The trampoline button. Yeah. The button that opens doors. I might make a video on how I made my menu system. I don't know if I already said that. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm too tired to remember things. Oh, and I want to show you. I'm starting to learn how like functions work. Yeah. Functions can be treated as data types, so I can check if this variable is a function. And if it is a function, I can run it and use function ran and all this stuff that I made. I'm getting pretty good with Gamemaker, if I do say so myself. So, it's good. So hopefully adding new things in the future won't be too hard, because after I finish adding sideways fans, that's all the features I'm gonna add. I need to start building levels and stuff, and I don't think I'm smart enough to actually build levels, so we'll see how that goes. I'm probably only gonna add maybe like 5 levels, and I might add more later. I plan to have look, there's a lobby room, unfinished lobby room. I plan to have a lobby that's like a hub for all the levels. I don't want to spoil too much, even though there's no story to this game. I still don't want to spoil it. But yeah, so there's this lobby. This is not the player. This is a sprite. It's from assets player. Look at that. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lobby. It's gonna have a whole bunch of doors lined up. You can unlock different abilities in the lobby. It's gonna be cool, but it's very much not done. I made this in probably 5 minutes. So this looks really cool. I have high hopes for the game in the future. I can add text? Cool. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Fingers crossed I don't do bad on my exams. Yeah.